So I wanted some dumbbells for the home gym, but people are selling them used at ridiculous prices, so I decided to make some. Went and picked up some plasti dips, some nuts and bolts, a couple bags of cement, a 10-foot piece of 3/4 inch conduit, and some jugs from the dollar store. Spent about 25 to 30 bucks on all of the material, tools I already had, and the most important, garage cigar. So I started out by cutting down the conduit to size. I kind of guesstimated on the size by sticking me in the buckets, the containers. I figured I'd just trim them up as I go if needed. Then I drilled 1/4 inch holes in each end, putting 1/4 inch nuts and bolts in. That catches the cement, so when you're doing presses, they don't just slide out and knock you on the head. Then I decided to mix up the cement. Got my mixing bucket. My wife's planter, don't tell her. No ratios. I just put in water a little bit at a time until I got a good muddy consistency. Started filling up the containers, tapping them on the cement to get the air out, even it out, and I just filled them all the way up to the top, allowing enough room to stick the conduit in there. I was going for 25s and 35s. You'll see the end result at the end of the video. After I got them all in there, I let them set and cure for 24 hours. After they set for a few minutes, I raised the lids up so the water could evaporate out. Next day I came back, remeasured out the conduit, decided the small ones needed to take 1 inch off. That gave me a grip area of 5 inches, which I later looked at my smaller dumbbells and realized that's common. So 5 inches is what it's given me. Mixed up the rest of the cement. I used a bag and just a little bit more in the second bag to do all 4 of these jugs. Mixed it up real good. Got the other halves filled in, tapping them on the cement, getting them ready. And then I just set them in there, close the lids until they set a little bit, and again raise the lids after they set for an hour or so to let the water evaporate out. Let them cure for another 24 hours. And came back the next day and hit them with a coat of, well, right here I'm actually drilling little pinholes in there to let the air, or let the water keep evaporating out. Came back the next day, hit it with a coat of plasti dip. This was just a little rubber protectant coating and more for aesthetic purposes than anything else. It's going to peel off pretty quick through use, but figured it looked pretty cool. Plastic dipped them up. They dried the same day. All good. Weight amount, the small ones weighed in at 23.2 pounds and the larger ones weighed in at 33.6. So I didn't quite hit 25 and 35, but pretty close, right? Pretty close, and my body's not going to notice a couple pounds here and there. Plan on making some other ones with different molds that I find, hopefully more wider than longer. But they work just fine. Using the 23s for curls, using the 33s for some overhead presses. They'll work just fine for what I need them for, and I plan on making some other ones as I go along. So there you go, $30 dumbbells for 4 dumbbells, different prices. Hope you enjoy this, and let's go to the home gym.